Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will talk about photography. 6 simple tricks that will make you a better photographer. This is the video for those who just bought DSLR or those who already been photographing for a while and want to step up their game as a photographer. Photography is an art in itself and not something that you learn overnight. But with these 6 simple tricks, you will surely become a better photographer and eventually be able to take those pictures that you are always cleared of. Number 1. Look at the light. It's no secret that photography and lighting go hand in hand. Without some form of light, it would be impossible to photograph. One could imagine that the camera settings are the first thing you should learn to become a better photographer. But to learn the camera settings will only take you a certain distance. To get those images that you want, you will need to look at the light and see how the light alters the exposure and create different feelings. This is an art in itself and also not something you will learn overnight, but it is something that you must have in mind every time you shoot. No one look at the light and try to see different relationships and how to work with light when shooting. Number 2. Focus on your photo technology inside of an expensive camera equipment. Sure, a more expensive and better equipment will produce better pictures, but if you don't know how to use it, you would still not get those images you want. A good photographer can take great pictures without the most expensive camera equipment. So, if you want to become a better photographer, you should instead focus on your photo techniques. Number 3. Learn to use aperture and shutter speed. Aperture and shutter speed are two of your best tools and a necessary thing to learn if you want to become a better photographer. Learn how aperture works and how to use the shutter speed to achieve the image result you are after. Other camera settings are of course also not bad to learn, but aperture and shutter speed are two of your most valuable tools as a photographer, and it is important to understand how they work together. Learning these two in your early time and provide better image result instantly. Number 4. Use different composition techniques. The composition something that often separates from an everyday photographer. It's amazing how you can change an entire image simply by changing the composition. Undoubtedly, one of the best tricks you can do to become a better photographer. What do I mean by composition? A picture's composition means how it is composed and organized. For example, in which part of the image that the subject is placed. As for image composition, these are a couple of proven techniques that will enhance your image immediately if they used properly. Rule of thirds. Rule of thirds works like this. You divide an image into 9 equal squares. This can be done automatically on most cameras. Then place your subject where the lines meet. This is proven technology already and used in ancient times in Greece in painting. Leading lines. Another popular method in the composition of leading lines, which means taking the lines in image that lead the eye into picture. Pattern and symmetry. Similar patterns and symmetrical shapes and lines are good ways to make a more interesting composition. The picture will have more harmony at the same time as it is exciting and offers much to look at without getting messy. Framing. To frame the subject, it is useful technique that you create beautiful pictures, natural frames used everywhere, and before you can see a good example of how to use trees to frame your subjects. Cropping. Another method is to create a more interesting composition. To the left, you have the original image, and to the right, you can see the same picture through its cropping. Number 5. Shooting in the golden hour. The light plays a big part in how your picture will turn out, and many of the best images are being shot during the golden hour, which occurs twice a day, once in the morning before the sun rises and once towards evening when the sun is going down. Number 6. Change your position. The constantly photograph from the same angle and position will quickly become boring. All objects and subjects are not the same because you cannot shoot anything alike. Change your position towards the subject, bend down, move to the side, squat, lay down, and so on. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel. Thanks.